Elio guys, and welcome back to yet another account review. Now this account review is technically a revisit because we're going to be taking a look at Nathan's account here, and according to my data over here via the YouTube, his account review was done literally a year ago. It was September 2nd, and currently once this video goes up it will be close to September 2nd, so we can go ahead and just say that it's a year from now anyways. I'm curious to see how much Nathan has progressed. If you want an account review done, that can be arranged, but you have to join the Discord and message me up there, and then we could talk about it at that point in time. But let's go ahead and get right into it, you guys. Alright, so starting off here, I did skim through the old account review, and it looks like we talked about Titans. There was also PvP, and I think there was something else. I think there was golems as well. So what I'm going to do here is, I guess, work my way back, and we're going to go check out your golem teams first, or your golem team first, and see what you're hitting up and how you're getting gems. And hopefully it's going to be a pretty smiley face. So all your golems are unlocked. That's pretty good. Are you doing B11 or are you doing B10? We have Yuki over here, Radis, Hohenheim, and also Fire Dracus. So perhaps you're doing B11? You know what? Just for science, let's go ahead and run it. Let's go ahead and test it out. I mean, this is a revisit. It's not going to be super duper long, but let's just see if this team composition works, because if you're playing the game, you know, you that's watching the video and that's not Nathan, you could have the same mons or similar mons, and you know, you may get away with running a team composition like this. It's just that unfortunate that all these settings are still on, but we can go ahead and correct that right now, you guys. Alright, so let's see what the squad can do over here. There's Fire Dracus, that's going to be the wave clearer here. Hohenheim and also Radis are purely for sapping. And I'm assuming this is for B11 because obviously if this was B10, Radis would have died first turn. What's up with Dracus damage though? Maybe it's because they had Fearless Taunt up why they didn't die immediately. But Yuki's taking quite a hit. Okay, Dracus doing better now. Alright, I'm going to target this one just to help speed up the process. Not much sap was sticking. Did resistance down get nullified? Yeah, just bad sap RNG in general. I mean, I get the Yuki lead for bringing it with Death Blow, but I feel like there could perhaps be something a little bit better to work with. Because resistance down is applied, so we have the set right there, which is understandable, but I don't know. It works. A minute and 36 is nothing to scoff at, but I'll sell that for you because it's useless anyways. But I feel like Yuki doesn't really add anything to this team composition, because yes, she's taking the damage from the light mons at the beginning, but if you had maybe another wave clearer just to get rid of Dark Yuki, it might speed things up quite a bit, because you have two sappers and then having two wave clearers might do the job. So I'm just over here looking, even though we're going to take a bigger look at his mon box real quick. Does he perhaps have another Draka? It doesn't seem to be so. Who else there? There's Imperato. He could definitely be used in light of Yuki. I mean, he'll get targeted because he's a dark type, but he is there to be used. So you do have some options here in terms of who could be targeted instead, but I would say perhaps maybe switch out Dark Yuki if you can. We'll have to check out the gems and maybe put in someone else and just have two wave clearers and two sappers, because she seems to be slowing your time down the most in my opinion, but I could be wrong. But that's your Golems B11 team. We saw that it worked out just fine, so I'm perfectly okay with that. As long as you're okay with that. I mean, clear time is very important, but you're under, you know, it was a minute and a half, so I'll take it. Let's go over here though to the Astromon League. I'm not sure if you set up your league defense or not, because it literally just re-rolled, but okay, we do have an image of it here. We have Light Loki. There's also Light Suck, Light Nightmare, and then Water Wild Thing with Dark Sea Star hidden. What is Loki's lead? What is his lead, bro? He increases allies' defense. Okay, Wild Fang's not variant. I was about to say, dude, why are you using his lead when you have a Wild Fang here? So once you get Wild Fang, like a variant Wild Fang, I would definitely put her in first. That little defense increase isn't going to help you from getting stomped. And I'm curious to see that you're running a pretty much a light composition with Water Wild Fang in there. I do wonder how that's working out though, because what was it? Nightmare has, doesn't she have like resistance down now and something else for Light Nightmare? Let me go over here and look real quick. Dark Sea Star hidden. If her gems are good, I mean that's perfectly fine. There's nothing to scoff at, because if she hits like a butt cheek on a stick, then she also has some survivability to her as well. Where's she at, dude? Okay, let me see here. Okay, she has SP Siphon and resistance down. I still feel like that kind of, I'm just critiquing it here, but I feel like that kind of doesn't make sense with your team composition unless someone else is on like a spicy set or something. Like, let me go over here and check Wild Fang out real quick and see what she's working with. No, she just has a conviction set. So that means, does Light Suck have the same thing? Is she just like, there's no pugilist or anything? Gem of Longevity. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that composition here, Nathan, because she does have SP Siphon, which is great, but her resistance down is kind of useless because there's no mons that can really apply any statuses or crowd controls to anyone other than Water Wild Fang. So it's like, not exactly sure what your goal here was, but what I would do instead is maybe run like a complete just one composition if you want to do it that way instead. What is, isn't he a Courageous Striker? So what does she have? So Amayoji here. So something like this I feel like would be better. Loki does work, but you do have Hana as well, and Succubus basically healing and providing support with everyone. Hana does the same thing. Let me look at her skills real quick once again as a refresher. HP, aggression, and shield. So she can kind of feed SP to Hana to get a shield up. Amayoji does have the SP Siphon for more crowd control, which then with max SP she does go into shock. So I think a composition like this would be a lot better once you get these mons hopefully up to par. And then I would possibly end up dropping Loki and maybe use like a Hana lead. If not, maybe like a different lead instead. And let's see if we can replace that with something else. You could even throw Light Jean in there once you get Light Jean to Evo 3. Like, if you can get Hana variant, I would have Hana go ahead and take the lead here, because what is Amayoji's what is her freaking lead? Is it resist? Yes, resist. Okay, so yeah, I would have like Light Hana. You can keep Suck here. I would, you know, it's up to you if you want to get rid of Light Loki or not. I'm not, he's fine, but I think just synergizing with your composition a little bit better. Who was it? Already forgot. Light Jean might work better because Suck's healing, providing SP. Hana's providing a shield to everyone. Amayoji has not only some crowd control with both of her skills, but just a decent mon in general with her SP Siphon ability. And then you also have Jean in there just to be another tank, hopefully to soak up damage. I'm not saying this team composition is going to work, but I think with a little bit of tweaking, it'll make this a lot more menacing in the future. So it's just one man's advice, but it's really up to you how you decide to do that. So I'll exit out of that. I won't change it. It's up to you to change it if you want. And we're going to take a look at your team composition here. Looks like you're fighting with Light Yaksha, Wood Jean, Wet Wild Fang, and then Light Suck once again. So Suck is kind of providing SP with everyone, but Yaksha's only level 50, so maybe this isn't your true team composition. But I get kind of running nukers in there, but also if you can, it's only a recommendation, but if you can, I would definitely maybe try and do like once again kind of like one type of team composition, because I definitely think at this point that you can pull it off, and as long as your mons are good to go, you'll make a decent auto team. So what you could do here is obviously get rid of her, and once again, if you want to kind of try and use Wild Fang, not Wild Fang but Nightmare in this situation, it's kind of dependent on everyone else. So you have her over here. Who else do we have? We have Light Leo. And then what you could do is, where's Light Nightmare at? What is Hades' skills? Oh, Double Predator. And then over here you can go ahead and slide in like someone like Light Nike. That way you have SP Siphon and she can do resistance down, which helps Yuki's shock to be applied, which also helps your Leo get his stuns off, and then Suck is just there to be a SP battery. That's only one recommendation. You can give it a shot though, but I think that pretty much covers up PvP. But it's nice that you have the mons to like totally cover that, so kudos to you, my dude. So we've checked out PvP and also golems. What is left is Titans, and then we'll do like a little quick gainer amongst everything, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up, you guys, because it's just a revisit on me talking and giving some more hopefully insightful advice. So let's pull out some courageous strikers here. Looks like you can't really hit wood too well, but you do have a Poseidon. He is on what? Crit rate, attack, max crit rate, a little bit of resist up there as well. Enhancements wise, he's on Evo 2, so he's a work in progress right there. Looks like he's going quite well. Let's take a look at your Fire Draka. She's on a Siphon set, attack, HP, crit rate. Okay, so that was the issue. We noticed that in golems. Well, I noticed that in golems. I'm not sure if anyone else did, because, you know, I've looked at this quite a bit. But I noticed in golems that her damage wasn't that great because she has an HP gem. So I'm not sure if you use her anywhere else. But if you're going to go Siphon, and if you have a crit rate gem and a attack gem on her, you need to go all in, dude. You need to go balls to the wall. Get rid of this freaking HP gem, and if you can get her another attack gem in the future, give her attack gem. That way she's at least on crit rate, attack, and that's going to boost up her damage, which is going to help her morale boost get up quicker, which makes her wave clearing a lot more reliable and just do more damage, you know, from here on out. So I would recommend that, especially if you're just using her as a wave clearer. I don't see any point of having the HP gem over there, which once again kind of, it makes sense as to why her damage wasn't super duper amazing right there. And then obviously in the future, if you can get like attack going on over here, I would do that. The whole resist thing, I'm not sure where you're using her at, but it's up to you if you want to change that. There's Shinobi over here though. He's on attack with 20% crit damage up there. That's pretty nice. Another attack gem with a little bit of crit damage, and then a crit rate gem as well. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Obviously, if you can do crit damage, attack in the future, perfectly acceptable, nothing wrong with that. There's also your Fire Nike over here. She is on a Gem of Healer set. 85% resist, enhanced, resist, HP, crit resist, defense. Okay. HP gem, defense gem. Okay. Yep, that's pretty solid, dude. I'm down with that. Who else do we have here? You have an enhanced Evo 2 Fire Merlin? What's going on here, bud? Moving forward, though, let's take a look at your Indra. He's on a Ruin set, almost 100% crit, 64% resist as well. Decent crit resist. But he has a crit rate gem, an attack gem, and then an attack gem. Okay. I mean, it's just a brief overview, but okay, I'm down with it. Then we have your Wild Fang over here. Once again, max resist, which is always a wonderful thing to have. She's on HP, defense, HP. Yep, it is what it is. That's perfectly acceptable as well. Harley, also on a Ruin set right here. Crit rate, attack, HP. I guess because it has a crit rate up there, but once again, it's up to you if you want to change it or not. Just in the future, she has Courageous Strike on her 3-star skill. Get that up there, dude. Change that to an attack gem if you can. easier said than done with these freaking ruin gems, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see over here though, in terms of like your Fire Titan composition. There's an Indy. There's a Harley. I don't see Acer or a Balrona. What about Wood though? We have some Minicat action. There's a Zubazi. Let's take a look at your Jean. She's on a Conviction set. I guess because you use her in PvP offensively is why you have her on a Conviction set. Not judging here, but she's on crit damage, attack. Obviously, if you want more damage out of her, you can change up her gems, but it's really up to you. Let's see who we have here. Zubazi, she's on a Zeal set. Over 100% crit rate, which is nice. Crit rate. Attack. Yep, that's fine. Enhancements, attack, crit rate, HP, resist, attack. Okay. You have a Super Ascended Wood Amayoji. She has an HP gem on her. She has an attack, crit rate. Once again, with kind of like the hybrid type thing here, I'm not sure how that's working out, so feel free to leave it in the comments below if this HP crit rate attack thing is working out. But if it's on a ruined set, I would say once again kind of go ahead and take advantage of that additional crit damage and just go ahead and go balls to the wall and get the most damage out of her, because at some point in time she's going to die. I mean, she is Evo 2, so maybe that's why she's on a set like this, but I would just go for it, my dude. There's also Winning Kiddu. What is that? 93% crit rate, 48% resist. Gem of Armor, HP gem, crit rate, attack. Once again, I mean, I'm not over here like trying to like drill it in your head, but I'm just curious to see if that is viable or not. There's also a Wood Acer. She's on a ruin set. She has an attack gem, another attack gem, and then crit rate gem. Okay. Let's take a look at your Light Yuki. She's on a ruin set. Crit rate, HP, attack. Okay, with something like this though, I can understand if you trying to get some survivability out of her while also getting some damage, especially with her being a light type. It's a lot easier to get that max crit rate on her while she still has resist, so I'm perfectly down with that. Light Loki does have max resist as well. Enhancements, there's crit rate, HP, resist, and defense. He has a defense gem on him, another defense gem, and then an HP gem. Okay, yep, that's fine as well. Let's take a look at your Light Radis. He's on an HP armor set as well, with literally like no attack whatsoever. There's an HP gem, and defense gem. So he's built very, very defensively, and he doesn't even have like an attack trinket on him. And you, of course, are able to like book him up as well, which you haven't done. Like, what are you doing? You're missing out on free damage and more reliable saps here. Once again, I would personally either build him a little bit more fragile if you want to, but if this works for you, at least book him up, give him an attack trinket, and at least swap out one of these gems if you want with like an attack gem, because while sap is just dependent purely on the skill, he's sitting over here with a 3.1k attack stat, and he's an attacker type, so I would try and get some damage out of him. You can build him bruiser with HP, defense, attack if you want, if you're scared about him dying, but at least get some more raw damage out of him just to help your wave clearing to be a little bit more reliable. And once again, even if the golem resists his sap, at least he's dealing a little bit more damage in the end, because if he's not dying, then there's no point in making him super duper tanky if the only area he's going to be used in is going to be golems. So that's just some advice. You don't have to take it. It's just some advice. There's also Light Suck, almost max resist, defense gem, HP gem. Okay. Crit resist, defense, HP resist, HP. It's perfectly fine as well. Light Nightmare. Once again, she's on a conviction set. Defense gem, HP gem, defense gem. Okay. Hana, she's on an HP set, obviously because she's an HP aggressor. Resist could be higher, especially if you want to use her in the future, but perhaps she's just a work in progress because she's not enhanced or super evoed. But obviously, I would definitely take care of that baby girl. Light Amayoji doesn't have anything on her, but I do implore you in the future, once you can get her evolved, easier said than done. I think she's going to do pretty good in your team. Jean as well, it looks like you may have just got her. I would definitely build that girl up. Really good Astromon. We got some baby sharks here. There's a Banshee. Dark Wild Fang on a Ruin set. Attack gem. Attack gem. Crit rate. Alright, let's go ahead and break it down. Let's do some simple math here. Just for anyone out here with a Dark Wild Fang, I hope to get mine with the anniversary coming up here soon from the Light and Dark selection ticket, which if you guys haven't seen that video out, I will post it again, just for anyone that's on the fence about it. But okay, she has Stalker here, and she's fully booked up, meaning her Stalker, for both of her skills, is going to be 50% for her crit rate. She naturally has that 10% crit rate up there as well. So each time she does her 3 or 5 star skill, she basically is sitting at 60% crit rate. You have a crit rate gem on her that gives her 54% crit rate, meaning her crit rate's super duper high. So either you're trying to big brain this and give her more than enough crit rate to kind of, you know, maybe counteract any Astromon that may be out on the field of crisis aversion, or maybe just was just an oversight, because I would definitely be running that baby girl on like crit damage attack if you can, and I think you're capable of doing it. So it could be one or the other. I won't be too harsh about that. I don't know what situation that you use her in, so it is what it is, but I figured I would point that out to anyone, you know, maybe what he's doing here, or perhaps he just forgot, but I could be wrong here. Nathan could be totally big braining it, and yeah. So let's move on though. We have Dark Sea Star, almost max resist, almost max crit rate as well. Crit rate gem, defense. Okay, he's going for some damage on her, but also some resist. That's perfectly fine. Who else is of interest? There's a Dark Suck. There's also your Dark Yuki. HP gem, defense gem, HP gem. Literally like no resist at all. Obviously in the future try and work on that resist if you're going to build her defensively like that, but obviously there's enhancements involved as well, so she's definitely a work in progress. Dark Imperato, he has, what is that? Shared Determination grants 50% chance every 2 turns to restore 25% of all allies SP when attacking. He has Battle Rush for the whole entire squad, and Hunter, he's on the Zil set, over max crit up there. Attack, crit rate, okay, attack, okay, yep, that's fine. Crit rate, crit damage, attack, HP, some resist. Okay, yep, that's fine. You also have an enhanced Dark Griffin. Attack gem, crit rate. Okay. I don't think there's anything else that really seems to be of interest. I think I've covered pretty much everything over here. We're going to go be nosy and check out your storage though real quick. Nothing over here. Just some Gleams, some Ataris, and just some random other Astromons. But I think that's pretty much it for the revisit, you guys. Your overall progress in terms of gemming your mons and stuff like that is definitely a lot better. There's just some type of things that I'm kind of like on the fence about, because I'm not sure exactly how well they perform for your certain situation. Obviously, I am just a man of simplicity, and I prefer either to go all in or to go full tank. So it's kind of up to you to decide which one is right for you. But overall, Nathan, your progress is super duper good. I'm proud of what you've done with your account within the year. You have a lot more accessible mons, at least in terms of a PvP situation. If you're trying to get more into Titans though, obviously I would, you know, pray to the gods and maybe camp out with some Heroes Fest and pick up some hopefully good courageous strikers. If not, you can, pull them just from the eggs and get lucky. Maybe get like a water Aster and stuff like that. Because I think the only thing really holding you back from doing a whole bunch of damage is obviously the gem quality needs a little bit of tweaking, but more so of you not having the correct crazy strikers. But keep up the good work. Thank you so much for allowing me to revisit your account. Once again, if you guys want an account review done, you have to join the Discord and message your boy on the Discord. Any of the mods up there can help you out. We do have a Discord bot. If it's your birthday, you guys, happy birthday. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And yep, that's pretty much it. See ya.